Welcome to ApexToOval. I'm your host, Alex. Next to me, where's my camera? Next to me is Jack. And today we're going to be talking about Mick Schumacher rejecting Cadillac. Things got spicy in NASCAR court. Will Power will not be returning to Penske after 17 years with the company. And Rinus VeeKay will not be going back to Dale Coyne Racing. We also have our main story, is Lando Norris being sabotaged? As well as quick recaps from the NASCAR Trucks at Darlington, NASCAR Xfinity at Portland, NASCAR Cup at Darlington, F1 Dutch Grand Prix, and IndyCar at Nashville. We also have our predictions for the Xfinity, Cup, and F1 series. And then we have our games. Unlimited games, but no games. How are we feeling about this past week of racing, Jack?
There was so much racing. There were cars and there were tracks in so many different locations at so many different times. And I'm going to miss that.
Would you say it's crazy?
There weren't a lot of surprises, it felt like. But it was still... Oh?
I was giving you the layup like crazy. I was crazy once. They locked me out, but no.
Nah, I'm not. You already went with the whole games, unlimited games. I'm not.
I know. We needed 2 bits in one intro. We need 2 bits in one intro. Anyway, let's start with Mick Schumacher. Now, I did not know about this. Jack typed this into the doc. I did not know about this. Mick Schumacher rejected Cadillac. Jack,
yeah.
Any thoughts on what?
As of a few weeks ago, it was reported that Mick Schumacher had a deal in the works with Cadillac to drive for them in endurance racing while also being their reserve driver in Formula One. Now, for those who don't know, Mick Schumacher currently has a pretty cushy role at Alpine in their endurance racing program that, like, I think it allows him to run all qualifying sessions. He has kind of an outsized role on that team. And so this move to Cadillac would have gotten him a clearer shot towards being like the F1 reserve driver for this new Cadillac program, would have gotten him a raise, honestly, versus what he'd be making at Alpine, all of that. But it seems like he decided that the opportunity at Cadillac was not worth it versus what else might be out there. So he ended up rejecting Cadillac F1 team / their endurance racing program in favor of, people are speculating, a potential role with McLaren moving forward, who is starting an endurance racing program of their own and may have him as a focus in that.
Interesting. That is quite sad because although I really wanted Checo and Bottas, I really wanted Mick back in F1 too. That's really sad.
Although, as we've seen with Drugovich, I mean, at some point, being a reserve driver doesn't do much for you.
Is he just a reserve driver, or is he in another series?
Drugovich, he does endurance racing as well. Like, there was the whole thing with Stroll and his health issues earlier in the year. Remember, the whole conflict there was that he'd have to miss Le Mans. Like, it was for Drugovich, like, if he came in to sub, it would either be like race in Canada or race at Le Mans.
That wasn't the same week, though, anyway. Right?
It was. I think it was around then.
I think they might have been around there, but it wasn't the same weekend. I don't think so. Why? I guess it's a 2-week-long thing for Le Mans. Is that why? Is it like the Indy 500 where it's like a whole week-long thing?
I don't know. I just remember that was the story at the time.
Interesting.
No, they were at the same weekend. I don't know what you're on about.
They were?
Like, yeah, they were.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, the 24 hours of Le Mans.
Yes. It was on June 14th and 15th.
Interesting. I guess I didn't realize that. I thought they were on 2 separate weekends. Probably because I was too busy watching.
You watched?
I watched it. No, I watched it. I watched damn near the entirety of the 24 hours of Le Mans. I was gonna make up. I made one update like 6 hours in on my social, and then I was gonna make a couple more, but then I just got too enveloped into the racing that I just didn't want to make a video and like scroll off the racing, so I just kept watching. But yeah, I guess I didn't realize it was in the same week. That's crazy.
But yeah, that was like a whole thing, was that Drugo might have to decide between them, or like
Damn.
if Drugo ended up picking Le Mans, like then Valtteri as the super reserve might have stepped in, but then Stroll raced anyway at his home Grand Prix, so it was all moot.
Gotcha. Let's go to NASCAR. Now, I'm going to be honest. Very transparent. I don't know what the hell is going on, and I do kind of, I do kind of, but I'm gonna put in the middle of here somebody's page, right? It's a creator's page, creator handle. Her name is Motorsports Marley. She does very good, in-depth deep dives into this lawsuit that's going on. So shout out to her. She's really cool. But if you're wondering about what the hell is going on, go to Marley's page. Because I have no clue what is going on. Because a lot of things are happening at once. Now, what I got from this was a bunch of name calling, a bunch of texts were revealed, Michael Jordan calling people fuckers and, calling them fucking pussies and stuff like that. And that was great. Michael Jordan, you are a king for this, that little saga in court. But it really didn't mean anything in the end. NASCAR did agree that they're not going to sell 2311 and from Motorsports charters, and they're at least going to keep them on hold until the end of the trial. But, again, Motorsports Marley, great page, great content. She knows what she's talking about. Let her in the courtroom, by the way, NASCAR, because she's writing a full-fledged, in-depth article on this. And, yeah.
Speaking of in the courtroom, Jeff Gluck, among the reporters that were actually there, has a great video that at least he posted on his Twitter, but I believe is on other platforms. It was like 28 minutes long, and it's literally just him sitting there reading all of his notes from the injunction hearing that happened. That was the cause of all of this kind of drama. Which, if you want to get up to speed on everything that happened there, that's also a really great place to go for it, because he will cover everything that happened that day, with some editorializing in a good way. But yeah, the crux of what was happening right now is that 2311 and Front Row were again asking for an injunction that allows them to keep their chartered status through the end of the year, despite not signing the charter agreement and suing because of the terms of the charter agreement. And their argument is basically that they would suffer irreparable harm from not having the charter, and from not having the charter because of whatever NASCAR was doing illegally. And NASCAR's side of it is, no, you're not going to suffer irreparable harm. So when NASCAR was threatening to sell those charters, the teams have a pretty good argument that no charter means no race team. So that's why NASCAR gave in on that end. But it still doesn't cover the fact that without chartered status right now, pending the lawsuit, sponsors and drivers for these teams are in jeopardy due to contract language in NASCAR driver contracts.
Yeah.
Which that still isn't really a solved issue. And may mean we see Tyler Reddick somewhere else next year. To say nothing of potentially a Bubba Wallace, or, I don't really know how much of a market there is for the Front Row guys, but any of them. And a few tidbits on the drama side. NASCAR officials said some pretty interesting things. Namely that Steve Phelps and Steve O'Donnell actually seem to be not the worst in this.
Yeah. This was quite funny, by the way.
They were kind of complaining to each other in a text thread that got misinterpreted because of the direct quote from it. Because I believe it was O'Donnell that was saying, yeah, this is like a fuck the teams, return back to like a little Southern sport type contract. But that was in reference to what they were getting out of the Frances. Because the Frances, who obviously own the sport, evidently were not giving anything up. And it seems that people in NASCAR didn't like that much. But on the NASCAR scandal side, it was They have documents drawn up plotting to basically cut the teams out completely and run a series where they run the 36 cars themselves, and they form a deal with SMI to ensure that they can be the only racing series, and the owners can't try to form a separate series to work around it, which is perhaps a little scary, perhaps a little monopolistic, perhaps serves the 2311 front row side of things. And NASCAR's response to that, media-wise, was to release text they have of 2311 people, including the aforementioned Michael Jordan calling people fuckers and pussies, Denny Hamlin talking about his hatred for the Frances, and I think Curtis Polk, but I could be wrong, someone higher up in 2311, saying that their best bet might be to sign the charter agreement for the time being and wait until Jim France dies. That might be the only way that the teams could survive. Which
I also do want to point out, there was also a text exchange between Michael Jordan and I think Curtis Polk with Jordan, with him saying we're going to lose a lot of money, and then, or something along those lines, and then Jordan was like, I've gambled away more. We have the money. Fucking quality.
Oh,
Jordan.
yeah.
He's like, I gambled away more in one night, and I was like, shit. That was quite funny.
That was to NASCAR's argument that, like, oh, see, the charter agreement isn't bad because you guys are making a slight profit as a race team with the charter, even though that's structured a little deceptively because the way that the charter agreement is set up currently, the teams this year got, I think it was like 100% of the new media revenue, but that scales down each year instead of up. So it's front loaded for the teams, where in the later years of the contract, the teams are really going to get bent over, so to speak, revenue sharing wise. And I believe even just today, a co-owner of Spire, through one of the national NASCAR reporters, I think it was an article by Jenna Fryer, had a quote saying, like, this is interesting. This doesn't sound like the people that we talk with in private. I have to rethink some things. And Spire notoriously was featured in some of these court documents as saying that they thought that the contract was fair, even though they were collaborating with NASCAR in a way that made people think that they might be getting preferential treatment anyway. But that does mean that
Carson
hearing that from Spire,
no, I'm just kidding.
Is potentially pretty significant.
That Carson was a joke, by the way. Let's make this very clear. I'm not.
Someone pull out the megaphone and start talking about Chili's. It's okay.
Go to Chili. Anyway.
But yeah, real spicy. Definitely go check out creator Alex was boosting. Go check out Jeff Gluck's 28-minute court notes. And there's a lot of high-quality reporting from people online, too. Reporters that were there, people that are breaking it down for you.
Bob Pockrass.
Of course. Although Bob...
The GOAT.
Bob made some people think that Michael Jordan said a slur. Which is a lesson in sometimes you don't need to censor it all the way when it could be ambiguous.
Yes. Because Michael Jordan wasn't saying a slur, he was just saying fuckers.
Yes.
And although fuckers is not a very good word, it's not this slur.
Like, I understand censoring it so that it's F blank 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 blank. However,
it's not always the best. It's just screwed him over a little bit. Anyway, let's get to IndyCar. A little more light. Less drama and spiciness, but Will Power will not be brought back to Penske after 17 years with the team and 2 titles. This is very sad. We knew it was coming, though. Like, we either knew he was going to sign a new contract or he wasn't, and the consensus was, since a contract hadn't been signed already, there was going to be no contract signed. There is none. He is leaving the team after 17 years.
I was going to say, I don't know about not brought back so much as it was at least a mutual parting of ways. Like, Will Power, in his statement, kind of took ownership of it. It was like, I feel like a change is right for me, right?
Yeah. I just phrased it how everyone else in the news was saying it, because everyone, like, every news article, like, even Pocker said that he was not being brought back. So,
Yeah. Well, I thought will not return isn't being brought back. But I could be wrong on that. I just know
maybe
that
I read that wrong.
I maybe Penske would care about this more than Power potentially, but you know, a champion, a 17-year veteran. I don't think that I think that Penske probably wouldn't be shoving him out the door, right?
No, especially since he got their first win of the season a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, like, and you know, you saw the signs coming for a while, but I don't know.
Yeah.
It feels like I don't know. He's not being like shoved out, door slammed in his face, go drive for the worst team on the grid type thing.
No, he's just gonna switch to Andretti. That's my prediction.
Interesting.
My prediction: he's going to Andretti.
Yeah, I don't know what happens. I don't know.
Andretti or Chip Ganassi, they get rid of what's his name and bring more Power in. I don't know if he has. Who's the? It's Pillow, Dixon. Why am I forgetting who this is?
Ganassi?
Yeah, it's Power or not Power. Dixon, Pillow,
Kiffin.
and the Kiffin. Does he have a multi-year contract?
Probably. Because he replaced Armstrong like this year, right?
Yes, he did. No, he replaced him this year. But see, they think I'm talking about Lane Kiffin, and I'm not talking about Lane Kiffin.
It's Kyffin Simpson. That may.
Why did they think it?
That may help.
Yep, there we go. It was a multi-year deal. So, oh wait, the beginning of 2022. He got promoted in 2024. He continued with 2025. Maybe. I don't think he's out of a contract next year though. So I think yeah, my point stands. Will Power's going to Andretti. That's my prediction. Then next up, Rinus VeeKay is not going back to Dale Coyne Racing. He made an announcement that he was not going to be returning, and that they had a great time together, developing the car, but he would not be back. I have less opinion towards this than I did Will Power not being back, but still gonna be interesting where he goes. So
he is clearly very, very talented. He's been outperforming Dale Coyne, the team, all year. So it's not surprised to see him chasing greener pastures. I did think it was interesting that Dale Coyne was vocal about wanting him back, but saying that they were pretty sure it wasn't going to happen, like, last week.
Yeah.
And so it is interesting seeing it officially play out now. Because when they announced that they were keeping Abel, they were like, yeah, we're pretty sure who our drivers were going to be, but we'd love to keep VeeKay if we could.
Yeah.
Which is like, okay.
Yeah. But he's going to move on to greener pastures. Let's go to our main story. Is Lando being sabotaged? Now, this comes from some posts that I've been seeing of McLaren fans, specifically Lando Norris fans, saying that Oscar Piastri and the team are sabotaging Lando so Oscar wins the World Championship. This comes after Stella was seen smiling at the camera once Lando DNF'd. Let's be very clear. Lando has not seen adversity in his career. At least not much adversity. In 2016, Lewis Hamilton went through much more adversity than Lando is now in the first couple of weeks of the season, and he ended up losing the championship barely to Nico Rosberg in Abu Dhabi. I don't see people complaining about that, right? And even I didn't watch 2016, but here's the thing. Nico won that outright. Piastri, if he wins the championship, he's going to win that outright. There are no papaya rules being enforced. It is equal playing field. Lando's car getting a couple of mechanical DNFs are more on the team and the engine than it is Oscar. Let's make this very clear. And everyone's saying that Oscar has bias, or Oscar has preferential treatment for McLaren, is outright just straight up wrong. Because here's the thing. Lando has had his races where he's been dead in the water, and his engineers will get him to first, and he'll win the race. I.e., Hungary, when Lando did the one stop. Oscar wanted to do the one stop. His team said, his side of the garage said, no, that's not viable. Lando's side of the garage said, well, we're stuck behind him anyway, we might as well go for it, and it worked.
Yeah, I think it's worth noting there that Lando was forced into it, and it ended up working.
Yeah.
And there was a reason that no one else on the grid, did it.
Yes, but, again, you can't get mad at one person because they're doing better in the championship than you're driving. Just because they're on the same team and Lando's had mechanical failures. It happens. Every team has mechanical failures. Lando might just be pushing the car a lot more than Oscar is. And that might be leading to the mechanical failures. Or maybe it's just a freak accident. But
it's
don't
just
blame
luck.
Oscar. Yeah.
It's just bad luck.
Don't blame Oscar and his side of the garage for why he's leading the championship and has 8 wins this season, or 7 wins, or however many wins he has. This is not fair to Oscar. Let's not play this game where we blame drivers for shit that is out of their control completely.
Yes, it's frustrating that Lando has been affected by 4 mechanical issues on the year, and Oscar to date, I don't think has been affected by any. But McLaren also was getting flack for being somehow the only Mercedes-powered team not to have multiple engine failures. You remember in prior weeks that the Williams felt like every other race were double DNFing. Not really, but they were having engine issues all over the place. Kimi's engine blew up. Aston Martin has had a couple.
Yep.
It was notable that McLaren had not had these issues that every other Mercedes-powered team was having. It was only a matter of time until one of the McLaren drivers' engines blew up, just having that Mercedes power unit, and that's the reality of how it is. And on the quote unquote smiling note, I want you to I know it's a baseball thing, and a baseball thing from a few years ago, but as someone who follows the New York Yankees, you want to just put up that picture of Aroldis Chapman smiling after allowing the walk-off home run from Jose Altuve, in the playoffs.
It's square middle.
You know the picture I'm talking about, right?
I know the picture because he's seething.
Yeah,
seething.
Sometimes when shit hits the fan, you just gotta smile to yourself. You're just you're smiling or laughing in disbelief. This can't be happening. So if he looks like he's smiling, I can assure you with the rest of his movements that man was not happy about it. No one would be, because also an engine blowing up is if you wanted to sabotage a driver, have a slow pit stop. Do a strategy thing. You're not going to blow up one of your engines in a series where your allotment is limited and all of that just to tank one of your drivers.
I think he also reached the max already for engines. I think he might get a grid penalty for replacing the engine. For a bigger grid penalty maybe. I don't remember if his other engine had issues, but
I have no idea, but these Mercedes power units are they
garbage.
feel like the class of the fields power-wise. But it comes at a cost this year.
They're like the Red Bull engines from a couple years ago. We're super fast but unreliable as fuck. Because at least in the F1 games, because F1 games they shafted the Red Bull engine's durability. That shit was ass in the F1 games. So at least that's what they're doing. And Mercedes always has the best reliability for their engines. And
except
in the
year.
F1 games. Except this year. Yeah, in real life and in the game, they have the best reliability. It's they're known for the reliability unless it's this year.
Well, Mercedes has been the class of the field power unit-wise through this era. Of engines.
Reliability, yes.
I mean, there's a reason that Lewis
Honda
won all of those championships.
Yeah, but didn't they? When did the engine regulations last change? Was it 22?
We've had these hybrid engines for a while. It was the shape, like it was the shape of the cars.
They got changed, not the engine. Okay.
Like what? All the ground effect stuff.
Yeah, because I didn't know if the engine changed with that. Because the engine's changing in this upcoming regs this year.
It changed some, but the core like engine part didn't change all that much.
Yeah.
Like I think they simplified some of the electronics around it.
Yeah, but like here's the thing. Lando's also not out of this championship. Like not at all. Like people no, he's not. Until it's over, it's definitely not over. Especially with how Lando can come back out of nowhere. It has come back multiple times this season after being down a good amount of points. It's not over. There's 9 races left. He's only 34 points ahead, and there's 9 races left.
Yeah, the problem is just that they've been kind of alternating 1-2s. Oscar is way too steady, I feel like.
Yeah.
Like, you get an engine failure, sure, that could be 25-point swing for Lando. But otherwise, Lando basically needs to almost sweep the remainder of the races, assuming that an engine failure isn't going to happen. And he's not exactly going to get help from Piastri finishing lower than second, right? Like,
yeah, but also, remember, this, Lando can do it. He's done it. Last year, when he needed to win a good amount of races, he won a good amount of races. He just fell short in the end. Yes, it was supplied by a bunch of other wins, but, Lando's a good driver. He's a good enough driver to come back. That's the thing. It's he can easily come back. One DNF for Oscar and a first place for Lando, and it's back in the game. It's not... yeah, Oscar's steady, but also, you've seen when he isn't steady, a.k.a. Silverstone, Hungary, at the end of Hungary, or, I forget that one of the races, but one of the races he finished, Canada. He can falter at times when intense pressure gets hit, but...
Yes, and
Lando
there's a
needs to put
reason
the
that
pressure on
Lando
him.
is DNF twice and Oscar...
Yeah, but if Lando puts the pressure on Oscar, I don't see why Lando can't win.
I don't know. I just don't think that Lando is as good as Piastri as a complete driver.
I don't think I would agree with you on that, but I'm just saying bigger comebacks have happened in less time. This isn't something new.
It's just
Anything
it's hard
can happen.
because Lando does have a slight edge just race pace wise, but if Oscar's a better qualifier, if Oscar's steadier, if he's got slightly better racecraft.
Sorry, let me look at... I don't... Is he... Continue.
I feel like he has been, but I guess I don't have the exact head-to-head. Lately, it definitely feels like he has been. But... Because Oscar's been leading a lot of practice sessions and stuff, too. Where, on one lap, I feel like I'd take Oscar at this point.
Okay, so Oscar has 3... it's 6-9. It's 6-9, currently.
Who's 6?
This is August 30th, 6-9.
Who is 6?
Lando. So he's only being... And then sprint races, it's 0-3 Oscar.
Okay.
So...
yeah. So, if Oscar's got the edge in qualifying, if Oscar is the steadier driver with a little bit better, wheel-to-wheel just racecraft, Lando can have the edge in race pace, which he has shown that he has, and all that's going to do is let him catch up to within 2 seconds of Oscar and then get stuck in his dirty air. There's only so much that Lando can do week in, week out, unless he qualifies ahead and stays ahead after the start.
Yeah. I think also, I hate to say it, but Lando's confidence can easily get knocked. I think is the biggest thing for me is Lando's confidence when racing can get knocked so easily. It could fall so it's actually unbearable how bad his confidence can get knocked. Because think about it, he has a bad Friday, he's gonna have a bad Sunday. Oscar, he has a bad Friday, he'll come back Saturday and Sunday and win the race. Lando, if he doesn't do good one or two sessions, he's count him out for the race, pretty much.
This
like,
is
it's
true.
Not...
And also, you declared Lando's season over for that reason, like 4 races in.
Yeah, but
so
also, I'm playing devil's advocate here. Okay. I think Piastri's going to win the title, and I don't think it's going to be close to the end of the season. But I want to play devil's advocate because I actually do like Lando as a driver, and it's just he's facing a better driver. Like, that's what sucks. Like, Lando could win the world championship if Oscar was on a different team. But, and I mean a worse team, not like a different team. But, like, he's not. Like, can Lando come back? Yeah. Again, we've seen bigger comebacks in less races before. But Lando's going to need to be on his A game every single week. And he can't have any faulty starts like he's had the past 2 years when he starts on pole. He can't. He needs to be absolutely perfect. The only issue is he hasn't been perfect for 9 races in his career. So, yeah. I don't know. Is that any final thoughts on that?
No.
No. Do we both agree Oscar's going to win the championship?
I think it's more likely than not.
Oh, so Lewis Hamilton, baby. That's what I'm talking about. No, I was kidding. My goat, Lewis Hamilton. Next year with these new regs, you best believe Lewis Hamilton is going to cook. I'm going to say that, and then it's going to get clipped. And the next season, when he's bottom of the championship, I'm going to cry. He's not going to be, though. He's going to win the championship next season. It's guaranteed. I've already paid the FIA to rig it for him. It's fine. Anyway, let's go to quick recaps. NASCAR Trucks at Darlington. Corey Heim was your winner. I got that right. Ty Majeski was Jack's pick. He got 4th. My only thought for this race, Lane Riggs deserved it, and there was no question. I am glad the Heim won, but Lane Riggs was the better driver and the faster driver all freaking day. And Lane Riggs was putting in a Chase Briscoe-esque dominant race. It didn't win. So, yeah. Very sad.
Yeah, yep. I mean, because other than that, it's, hey, look, Corey Heim has an even larger lead in playoff points now. You know, go to the next round and he'll have a 45-point lead over Riggs, right?
Is he not guaranteed? Do they not do the same thing as the Cup, where like they cut off it and then start brand new?
Yeah, each round restarts, but you get your playoff points at the start of each round.
That's crazy. Yeah. Book it. Corey Heim, NASCAR Truck Series champion. I hope they put him in the 2311 car instead of Herbst. I'm not going to lie. If 2311 exists, get Herbst out of the damn car. This car is fast. Put Corey Heim in. I want Corey Heim and Connor Zilic, rookies, in the Cup next year. I don't want... No offense to Riley Herbst. Like, Riley Herbst, you're a decent driver. You are not Cup ready, my boy. You are not Cup ready right now. Go back to Xfinity. Give it a year or two. Be dominant, like... And you can come back to the Cup, but, like, you're not ready right now. And that's that. Yeah. That's my thoughts. NASCAR Xfinity at Portland. Connor Zilic was your winner. I picked him. I got to pick my boy Zilic. Justin Allgaier, who Jack picked, finished 15th. And all I can say is Connor Zilic domination. He led pretty damn near, I think he might have led every lap but like 3. It was disgusting how bad Zilic dominated. Like, he dominated more than Chase Briscoe did in his race. But the big talking point, the final lap, second to last lap on the restart. Zilic completely misses the corner, takes the chicane, does the chicane correctly, runs off the track, does the little loop-de-loop thing correctly, and everyone is on his ass. Let me be very clear. The game is the game. All right? The game is the game. And Zilic played the game perfectly. had he made the corner, he probably gets wrecked. Because there were some terrorists, not actual terrorists, but there were some car terrorists in the Xfinity Series on that night, trying to wreck the entire grid. Sammy Smith got turned. Zillage probably would have got turned, and it would not have been a good day for him at the end.
Yeah.
But
I mean, you have the combination of Zillage locking up and then everyone inside him being pushed toward him by wrecking.
And then also, like 90% of the grid cut the corner and didn't even try to take the chicane. Like, they didn't even try to do the little loop-de-loop thing. They just straight up cut corners. Like, that's where you should be talking. Why was nobody penalized when they cut the corner incorrectly?
Yeah, I don't know.
Why you won Zillage's ass? Zillage did nothing wrong. Me boy Zillage did nothing wrong in that scenario.
Yeah, this race was over before it started. I mean, it's Zillage without anyone coming down from Cup at a race with no competitive pit stops because it's a standalone event. If it's just him and SVG at the other road courses, it's just him here.
Yeah.
And it really... It was a shock that he didn't lead every single lap.
Yeah. Well, he didn't lead every single lap because he got smacked in the side by what's his name? It wasn't Hill this time. It was the other team. I forget his name. Yeah, Sawalage. Yeah, Sawalage. Get the frick out of Xfinity, bro. Go to the trucks.
Go back to ARCA.
Stay in ARCA. Anyway. I don't hate Williams Watch, by the way. Like, I don't hate him. I hate Austin Hill. Let's get this straight. I don't hate Williams Wallach. I just don't like him because when he wrecked Catherine Legg, he blamed it on her, and that just gave me a sour taste in my mouth. Like, own up to it.
He has been a bit of a disaster in Xfinity this year.
To be fair, he has speed, though. Like, let's be very clear. That man has speed when, like, he does have speed. It's just he can't be doing stupid things and get away. Like, he can't make Austin Hill boneheaded decisions and then be like, oh, it's not my fault. Like, no, own up to it if you're going to make a boneheaded decision. But he has speed. It's just...
He has speed, and he's also not even a thought in the playoff picture, despite being in a JGR car.
That is true. He has been, like, this second half, not even second half, the last quarter of the season, though, he's been actually really fast. Like, he's been top 5, top 10 for most of the time in the race. Sometimes he'll fall out of it, but, like, he has speed. It's just, you can't make boneheaded decisions. Do you want to be an Austin Hill, or do you want to be a Denny Hamlin? All right? Denny Hamlin? Austin Hill. You want to be the Denny Hamlin. What?
I want to put it out there that William Sawallich has 7 top 10s on the year and 8 DNFs.
Damn.
So
that's rough. That's rough. Do you want to be Austin Hill, who sucks and has wrecked 27 cars in 2 races back? Or do you want to be the Kyle Bushes, the Denny Hamlins, the Joey Logano's, the Ryan Blaney's? Don't be a Kyle Larson. Don't be a racist. And don't be Chase Elliott. We don't like him either. But, like, you know. I'm calling everyone out today. All the fans are going to come at me now. I'm ready. Let's go to the NASCAR Cup Series at Daytona. Or not Daytona, Darlington. Chase Briscoe was your winner. I picked Hamlin. He finished 7th. Jack picked Larson. He finished 19th after running the top 5 virtually all day. My one thought is Chase Briscoe masterclass. He led, 300 laps? Gross.
Yeah, Briscoe was fast. Also fast were both 2311 drivers, and for some reason...
Both, as you exclude Riley Herbst.
Oh, yeah, well, Herbst doesn't exist. I mean, let's be honest with ourselves. It's Reddick and Bubba, and then Herbst is in some strange third car that's called 2311, but is really run by, like, the ghost of premium motorsports. But that means that both 2311 cars are in a good spot points-wise. They're currently sitting 4th and 5th in the, like, playoff standings as it stands.
Yeah.
Which is encouraging. But even more surprising than the 2311 cars being kind of the class of the playoff field as a team is Legacy Motor Club.
Oh,
Eric
Legacy
Jones
Motor Club,
and
man.
John Hunter Nemechek. Top 5 speed all day. If you actually go through and look like NASCAR like analytics, the fastest cars on the day was Eric Jones was the fastest car, like based on optimal lap speed.
Advanced. Oh, what is it called? Advanced matching actually puts Bubba Wallace at the fastest driver, but that's okay.
Nah, Bubba Wallace actually would have been 2 laps down. If I remember right.
No.
It was like Jones, Briscoe, Nemechek, and then it was like a whole lap of no one, and then maybe Reddick was on that first lap.
Oh, okay, last 5 races. Bubba Wallace was first.
My goat.
Look at that.
But yeah, had the it's from the same account, but if you go to had the entire 367 laps at Darlington been based on if each driver had run their optimal lap, Eric Jones is first, Briscoe is not far behind, Reddick is a little bit further behind, Nemechek is almost a lap down. No cars are 1 lap down, and then 2 laps down, you get Allmendinger somehow, Chastain, Wallace, Keselowski.
Yeah.
Which, what is it with these non-playoff teams just turning it on with Colleague and Allmendinger and the legacy guys? Like,
Yeah,
what?
it was kind of nuts. I'm not gonna lie. Like watching Eric Jones and John Hunter Nemechek. Who was it? What's his
John
name?
Hunter Nemechek?
Nemechek. Watching them go to work on this beautiful track we call Darlington was amazing to see. Also, Bubba got the 4th highest points on the day.
Let's go.
But yeah, I don't know what the hell happened to Larson. They didn't really cover Larson that much, but that man was like flying at the beginning.
Too.
No, hold up. We're not going to say that like no. Larson was fast early in the race. Something happened to Larson. Elliott and Byron sucked all race. So did Bowman. They sucked all race. Go fight a wall. But Larson was in the top 5 for a good chunk of this race, and he fell to 19th. All of a sudden, I don't know what. I need to rewatch the race or something because I don't get how he's a top 5 driver, top 10 driver for the majority of the race, and then he falls to 19. It doesn't make sense. Also, Joe Logano being outside the top 12 is pissing me off. Please, Joey. I get it's not an even year, but for the love of God, make it out of the round of 16. Anyway.
To the Netherlands.
To the Netherlands. And beyond. What did I call them? To the Dutch? What did I say last week?
I don't know.
I don't remember. I said something last week about the Dutch. It was a good thing. I was talking about Max. But, Zandvoort. It was a boring race. Other than a couple key moments. That I am...
really disagree.
Well, okay, let me be very clear. The front 2 was a boring race.
Okay, yeah.
For the 90% of the race. The other 18 cars were fun.
Yes.
How about that? Okay.
I don't even know if I'd say top 2 because Lando and Max had their little fight, and Lando made maybe the move of the race on Max.
Okay.
It's a beautiful overtake. True.
But have you thought it's Max Verstappen? Yes! Anyway, my thoughts. Hadjar got a podium, which... dude, my little boy is growing up, man. What the... Dude, Hadjar is the best rookie driver on the track. I don't really... Kimmy's great. He's 3rd. Behind Hadjar and Bortoletto. Then it goes Ollie. Sorry, I lied. Fernando's 1. Then Hadjar. Then Bortoletto. Then Kimmy. Then Behrman. Is it just Doohan and... Then Lawson. Then Doohan.
Lawson.
And Colapinto's behind Doohan because Doohan didn't get a fair shot.
Liam Lawson did stupid things this race, if we're doing a quick little rookie update. Kimi Antonelli might make himself an enemy among Italians yet.
That was really funny, though. Like, bro, how you going to overtake on the inside and then proceed to... Like, it's not his fault, but then proceed to oversteer.
Understeer.
Or was it understeer? Understeer, sorry, understeer.
Because
I get them
just
mixed
stopped
up.
turning and just went...
Yeah, he did. He went
Charles.
straight into Charles. It's like... You do realize we're going to Monza next week, right?
Yeah.
Like, Kimmy, you know we're going... You might not make it to the track. Like, it might be bad for you. It might be bad for you. You might get booed the entire time. But yeah, other than Ferrari having an absolute stinker, I don't know why I said it like that. I don't know why I said that.
I just gave you the...
Ferrari having a stinker with Lewis shunting it into the corner and the wall, and then Charles getting shunted by Kimi, and then Liam and Carlos having the little tussle, which caused them both to fall to the back of the pack. Which, Liam, what the actual hell are you doing?
And guess who got penalized?
Carlos! Guess who got penalized for next race? Lewis! I'm gonna cry, dude. I hope this.
Hey.
I hope the 5 grid. I hope the 5 grid penalty, or the 5 place grid penalty, is not for the race. It's for quali. Because if it's for the race, I'll actually throw hands with the FIA.
It should be for the race start. Lewis.
Oh, okay.
Might have been. He might have gotten penalized. Might have crashed out. It's okay. He was too busy aura farming. Because did you see that sick ass 360 he did on track?
You mean the first one or the second one?
Where he did a full 360 and kept driving?
He did that twice. I think he did it twice. He spun twice. I don't remember.
Yeah, but I thought it was only the one time that he did it so smooth.
Then yeah, I have. I remember him spinning twice. I don't remember if the second one he just realized. But Lewis is horrifying.
Spun at least twice.
Whoa! You can't say that. We are an agenda show. We cannot have negative Lewis agenda on this pod. I'm kidding.
Can confirm I have been censored for saying mean things about Lewis.
What do you mean? I say the thing.
Oh yeah, Lewis broke a record. He officially has the most races at Ferrari without a podium, with 15, which I think is more of a wow, Ferrari is good historically than a oh wow, Lewis is terrible. Although he is getting out-qualified, 11-4 by his teammate? But that's okay. His teammate is very good, and it's his first year with the new car.
His
still,
teammate
Lewis
is
keeps
Charles
breaking records this late into his career.
Dude, no. Dude, I just start crying. Because that'd be really funny.
I love Lewis. Next year will be better.
Next year's going to be his year, man. I'm an Arsenal fan. I'm not a Cowboys fan, but I am an Arsenal fan. Next year is his year. He's winning the World Championship just like Arsenal's winning the title this year. Newsflash, they're not winning the title this year.
Scott Dixon the last however many years.
Bro, we already know
Pelot's thinking, maybe he gets it done.
Bro, we already know Pelot's winning, or not Pelot. We already know Pelot's winning 10 in a row. All right, chill out. Unless he goes to F1 at some point, then he's not. But let's go to. Speaking of IndyCar, let's go to IndyCar. Joseph Newgarden was your winner. He won his first race of the season, marking, I believe, 12 straight seasons with a win, which is the second longest active streak in IndyCar. The highest streak, most streak, whatever the hell you want to call it, Scott Dixon with 21 years with a win in a row. That's actually gross. That's a gross stat. That's a disgusting stat. Not even Lewis, nor Alonso, nor Schumacher, no Vettel. Nobody holds that stat in Formula One. But in IndyCar, Scott Dixon, 21 years consecutively with a freaking win.
Scott Dixon is
unhuman
race car driver. But Joseph Newgarden wins at home to close off the season. They've only been racing in Nashville for a few years, but huge for Newgarden to finally check that box.
Now, here's the thing. Would he have won if Pato did not blow his front right tire?
It's an oval, so I'm going to say probably. He's had terrible luck, but he's still Joseph Newgarden on these ovals, dude. You saw the Iowa weekend.
So, I did. I did. But he looked dominant during the beginning of that race. Pato O'Ward had this race under his thumb. Let me just pull up the stat real quick. Pato O'Ward, before blowing his tire up, raced 126 laps. Do you want to guess how many of those laps he ended up leading?
Oh, I don't want to guess. 126?
116.
Ah.
The only laps he did not lead during this race were when green flag pit stops were going on. That is the only time he did not lead this race. He was dominant the first half of this race, and he couldn't finish it because his tire blew up. But it is what it is.
One of many incidents on the day.
Also, Kiffin Simpson, his best finish on an oval was like 16th, or like 13th or 15th or something like that. It was an odd number. He finished 4th and was fighting Scott McLaughlin for 3rd at the end of that race. And barely missed out on it too because they were fighting for it.
These Ganassi boys are getting good on ovals.
Oh my god, dude. Palou for a second. This man went into the season with 0 freaking oval wins and has come out with like 7. He's an animal. He's an animal.
It's over.
It's Jover is what it is.
Sport is cooked.
Jover. It's cooked. The series is cooked. Palou is your god. He is the almighty god. He's the deity, whatever you want to call it. He's just cracked and good with the songs.
I think that's the best way to put it. Elsewhere on track, the Rookie of the Year battle between Robert Schwartzman and Louis Foster was very intense. Foster ended up pulling it out. Kind of right at the end. It really took it was tied for a bit in the last section of the race, but Foster ends up pulling it out. Although Schwartzman's highlight of the year would not have been Rookie of the Year no matter what, because it's not often in life that, you get to qualify on pole for the Indy 500, right? So,
yeah.
There's...
He was the Indy 500 Rookie of the Year, though.
Yeah. But,
But
if you're on pole at the Indy 500, you don't care about an IndyCar Rookie of the Year award. And I think he said as much before the race. But he almost managed to win it because he would have had the tiebreaker over Foster.
Yeah. But that's what it is. Sad he didn't win, but Lee Foster, congratulations. You have anything else to add? Let's get to our predictions. We have Xfinity at Worldwide Technology Raceway Saturday, September 6th at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. My pick, Connor Zilic. You know why? Because since returning from injury, his back injury earlier in the season, he hasn't finished outside the top 3. The top 3! He's out of his mind right now. He hasn't... Actually, I don't even think he's finished second a couple times, but, the dude's unreal. Unfreaking believable. Connor Zilic, you are my favorite driver in the Xfinity for a reason.
In absence of Connor Zilic, I have 2-time reigning winner at Iowa, Sam Mayer. Because Gateway is a very similar track, and Xfinity has not gone to Gateway. So, give me Sam Mayer on this kind of track.
For the Cup Series, at Worldwide Technology Raceway on Sunday, September 7th at 3 p.m. this time. Not 7:30 like they normally do, or 6, or anything like that. I have a pretty good reason for that one. No IndyCar.
No. Football.
Oh, shoot. Is it opening weekend?
Yes.
I'm ready to see my team lose another Super Bowl!
Yeah, so NBC doesn't want the NASCAR race to overlap with Sunday Night Football.
Yeah.
So it is afternoon race time.
Who do we play this week? Hold on, let me just... I have Denny Hamlin, by the way. Yeah, I have Denny Hamlin to win this race. I picked him last week. I'm going to pick him again. I'm going to pick him for the remainder of the season. He's going to win a chip this year, I promise you that. And this is just the start of his dominance.
Which is funny, because I actually was going to pick Denny this week.
Yeah.
Which, so maybe he will. But in his place, I'm going to pick Joey Logano, because he has an endless supply of bullshit. Which means that I don't think it's possible that he gets out in this round of 16. He's at least going to advance to, the round of 12. Come on.
Will Joey Logano win, like, let's be very honest, right? Joey only wins in even years. Yeah?
Yeah.
2018.
It's like the Giants.
2022. Oh, okay.
Baseball.
Facts. I was like, what do you mean, New York Giants? I'm like, they don't win shit. What do you mean? They don't win shit.
No, not them. Not them.
That would make sense. Anyway, let's go to the F1 Italian Grand Prix. Monza. Mozzarella.
Whoa.
Monza pie.
That's gotta be a hate crime.
What do you mean? Sunday, September 7th at 9 a.m. I have the Oscar pastry to win this race. I don't think Lando has a shot. I was trying to play devil's advocate earlier. I have no faith in him. Oscar Piastri for the win here at Monza.
Yeah, I was tempted to pick Lando, because he is one speedy boy and Monza is one speedy track. However, I have to do it. I have to pick.
You have to do it?
I have to pick Charles Leclerc. I have to pick Ferrari to win at Monza in front of the Tifosi. It's got to happen. It's got to happen.
No, it's got to happen. Him or Lewis. Imagine Lewis, after how abysmal this season's been for him, he comes back and wins at Ferrari's home track.
It would be like that one Danny Rick race for McLaren. However many.
No, don't stoop that low. We're not stooping that low. No.
He won at Monza out of nowhere for McLaren.
I know, but no, we're not talking about McLaren. All right, they're too fast. We can't.
Okay.
We put it. No.
Okay.
I love Danny Rick, but we're not talking about McLaren.
I thought you'd be happy for Danny Rick.
I love Danny Rick. I'm sad he's not going to be in F1 anymore, but like.
But yeah, no, give me Charles.
Yeah, I was going to pick Charles, but then I was like, you know what? I'm going to pick Piastri. Jack got it right this week. I'm going to get it right next week. Although Charles at Monza always seems to turn on the burners and scorches everyone. It's like he knows that it's
for Ferrari.
Yeah, it's like he knows. He wins in Spa. He wins in Monza. Anyway, let's go to games. Games, unlimited games, but no games. All right, no games, but we have games. This is going to be something that I did before. Can you guess the top 10 drivers in the 2021 Formula One standings? And I'll give you extra points if you can exclusively get, if they're not in the top 10, but if you can also get Sebastian Vettel, George Russell, Kimi Räikkönen, and Antonio Giovinazzi, Italian Jesus. If you can guess those guys in the championship as well, I'll give you bonus points. But at least the top 10 in the Drivers' Champion standings in 2021. Oh, I cannot hear you.
So, 2021...
Yes.
I am trying to make use of my Switch muting. Max won.
Max won. He is number
Allegedly.
one with 395.5 points, 10 wins, 18 podiums.
Then we have Lewis and Valtteri.
Lewis and Valtteri are correct. They won the Constructors that year. Lewis, 387.5 points. Valtteri, 226 points.
Teams. Perez.
Yeah, I was gonna. I was like, how? Come on now. Sergio Perez is fourth, 190 points.
Then from there, this is Danny Rick with McLaren. Yes.
It is.
So he finishes behind Lando, but they're both in there.
Lando Norris and Daniel Ricciardo are in there. Sixth place for Lando Norris, 160 points, and eighth place for Daniel Ricciardo, 115 points. Although Daniel Ricciardo won that year at Monza, and Lando did not. Lando did have 4 podiums.
It is fortuitous. I was just talking about that win.
Yep. It's like you knew.
I did not know. Speaking of not knowing, Ferrari.
Yes.
Charles. And if Danny Rick is at McLaren, that means Carlos is at Ferrari. Yes?
That is True. Yeah. Do you want to guess which one finished higher over the other?
The way you're saying that makes me think it was Carlos.
It was Carlos. Carlos finished 5th in the standings with 164.5 points. Charles finishes 7th with 159 points. You are only missing 9th and 10th. And actually, I'll also give you an extra point for if you get the only other winner not in the top 10.
Winner? Not in the top 10.
But we'll get 9, 10, and then we'll have you guess the winner.
Oh.
Do you want to guess 9 and 10
Oh,
first?
it's 2021.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go out on a limb and say that Ocon is not in the top 10.
Ocon is not in the top 10.
Okay.
And he does have a win.
Okay. Cool.
I actually made a video about his career on my YouTube channel. Check it out. It's actually a pretty good video. I've clipped it myself, which is pretty cool. You're missing 9 and 10.
Is this... shoot. Who was where this year? This is Seb at Aston Martin, right?
Seb was at Aston Martin.
So Fernando was still at Alpine?
Yeah, Fernando was still at Alpine.
Was he...
Fernando.
If... Fernando in the top 10.
Fernando was 10th with 81 points.
Okay.
So all you're missing is 9th.
His teammate would have been Ocon, right?
His teammate was Ocon, yes. This is...
Okay.
Yeah.
Seb, that Aston Martin was not that fast. This wasn't the, pink Mercedes.
Nope.
Obviously, because it's Aston Martin.
This is the first year of Lance Stroll. Lance Stroll quotation marks, Aston Martin, Lawrence Stroll, Daddy.
Look, Lance Stroll was at, before moving over to Daddy's race team?
He was also at Racing Point for a year.
Well, yeah, but his dad owned it by then, right?
Yes.
Or at least was invested in it before the, rename.
He was at Williams before that, yeah.
Teams that are not there are going to be Haas with Schumacher and Mazepin.
Yeah.
They're going to be, dead last.
19th and 20th, 0 points.
Oh, wait. Wait. No. It's not 20th. Mazepin was 21st, despite being a full-time driver.
He is listed here as 20th. He probably was 21st because he sucked that bad.
No, because the Haas also sucked, but yes, Mazepin is, the worst F1 driver I have ever seen. But there was a sub-driver for, Kimi. Kimi missed, 2 weeks. And there was a sub.
Robert Kubica?
Yeah. And
Robert
because
Kubica
he had
finish
on he had a higher finishing position, so because of that he finishes above Mazepin in the standings.
Yeah. So on this list I have right now, it has him 21st, but yes, he would be 20th and Mazepin would be 21st.
But speaking of Kimi, he was at Alfa Romeo.
Yep.
That was him and Italian Jesus. Neither of them would be up there.
Nope.
The Williams of
Not
Russell
even
and
close.
Latifi would not be up there.
Nope, not even close.
And so then we're left with... The only team left then is Alpha Tauri?
Yes, the only team left is Alpha Tauri.
Was this Yuki's first year?
It was.
And so his teammate would be Pierre. But if it's Yuki's
Yep.
first year, I'm going to say he wasn't good, and Pierre was. So Pierre's the one that sneaks in?
Pierre was the one that snuck in 9th place with 110 points. He was 5 points off Daniel Ricciardo and McLaren, and 29 points ahead of Fernando Alonso in 10th. Yippee! That is your top 10. Now, do you want to guess where Sebastian Vettel is? You got 10 points, so you want to get more. Where is Sebastian Vettel? I'm not giving you a hint for this one. You already know he's in the bottom 10.
Where did you say Ocon? Was he 11th?
Ocon was 11th.
So I'm going to say behind him, 12th.
That is correct. Sebastian Vettel was 12th with 43 points. He did have a podium in Baku, which he got after Lewis Hamilton went way off the line. Brakes did not work. Well, they did work. They just didn't work.
He pressed the magic button or something, right?
Yeah, he pressed the tire, the brake warming thing that you do, I don't even know what mode it was, but it was like he pressed a certain mode that
Yeah.
heated up the brakes, forgot to turn it off because he was going slow. That's why they were doing flaps, like safety car laps, and he pressed the button to warm the brakes. Didn't press it when he got to the goddamn line. Went off the line. It was still hot as, and then he goes whoop, right off.
Yep.
That road is
Bye-bye,
that actually would have won him the championship. By the way,
Yes.
he
It
would have
would've.
had 25 points on Max Verstappen that race.
Although, in fairness, the FIA being even remotely consistent with the application of their rules also would have won him the championship, but...
That is true. Do you want to guess where Georg is on this list? He did have a podium.
There's a dartboard over here. Imagine.
Yeah.
Imagine I'm holding a dart. 16th.
You were so close. You were one off. He was 15th. Kimi was 16th. Do you want to guess where my GOAT Italian Jesus was in the standings?
I think he was under Latifi. I'm going to say 18th.
That is correct. He was under Latifi. He was 18th. That is correct.
Because the Haas's are the two in the back.
The Haas's and the Kubica Alfa Romeo, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's because he had, 2 races?
Yes, but, yeah. Second game. Games, unlimited games, but no games. Can you name every single McLaren world champion? And can you also give me how many championships they have as a bonus point? There are 7 drivers and a total of 12 championships.
There are
among these
7?
drivers. There's 7.
Oh.
Most of all these are pretty big names, if not massive. Like Ferrari had like Scheckter, who like is a great world champion, but not many people outside of like a select few know who he is. So these are all heavy hitters.
Okay. I am going to say Lewis, our boy.
2008. How many championships? Also.
1 for McLaren.
Yes, in 2008.
Senna.
Senna is correct. Can you guess how many championships?
Come back to me.
Okay. I will.
Alongside him, though, I'm going to go Prost.
Prost is there. Can you guess how many championships? Or should I give you a range check on that one too?
My gut says 2.
It's incorrect. So I'll give you the chance. He has 3 in 1985, 86, and 89.
Tragic.
You got 3 drivers. So you're missing 1. You're missing 3 before Prost, and 1 in between Senna and Lewis.
Between Senna and Lewis, Mika Hakkinen?
It was Mika in 1998 and 99. The Schumacher killer. Or stopper. Killer's a bad word. The Schumacher stopper. Now you get the 3 before Prost. 2 of them are major in Formula One. If you want a deeper hint, I can give you a deeper hint.
Yes.
Alright, I'm going to give you... One of them is a playboy. The other one is the man who helped Mercedes. I don't know if that gives it away.
Actually, neither of those help me.
Okay, I will give you another hint then.
I'm gonna pull out the dartboard again, and I'm gonna go Niki Lauda.
Niki Lauda is on there in 1984. That is
Okay.
correct. Now, there is the other guy who is a playboy.
Playboy. I don't know.
There's a movie about him with Niki Lauda. You don't know who this is?
No.
He won one championship with McLaren and called it quits. Championship battle with Senna, was in his shadow for years, emerged, almost died in the process, and retired. Him and Lauda were very good friends. Did I say Senna before? I meant Lauda. He was in the championship battle with Lauda.
Okay.
He was really good friends with him at the end. He raced for Hesketh and Wolf. 93 entries, 92 starts, 10 wins, 23 podiums. He was only in F1 between 1973 and 1979.
I am fully blanking. I do apologize.
Really? Do you know the movie Rush?
Know of, have not seen it.
Oh, it's such a good movie. I will watch it sometime. We'll have
Okay.
you know, we're gonna have a movie review for this goddamn pod. We'll do a little movie review at some point. We'll watch it together. I got you. So are you giving up? The other, actually, let me give you a hint for the other one because you might get the other one. If you can't get one of them, probably not. This driver drove from 1970 to 1980, has 2 championships, but only one with McLaren. Drove for Lotus, McLaren, and he had his own racing team. He also ran Champ Car, if that helps.
Champ Car.
One of them is Brazilian, one of them is British.
Brazilian?
Brazilian.
Oh.
The oldest is Brazilian in 1974. Okay. The later one is in 1976 and it's British.
Brazilian.
Yeah.
Does he have family that raced? Like currently, oh. It's,
yeah. He has
Fittipaldi.
Family.
What's
Yes.
his first name? He has, because they were... Emerson, okay. Well, you gave it to me.
Yeah, you got it already. You knew it was Fittipaldi.
Because obviously, like, Drugo is Brazilian, right? But otherwise, it's what? Enzo, and there was the other one? The Fittipaldis that are racing, like, recently?
Yeah. Well, currently, Enzo is the grandson. He's racing in 2025 European Le Mans Series, but he previously competed in F2, and he won F4 in 2018. Pietro, who competes in IMSA, but he also raced in Formula One. Yeah. Wilson Fittipaldi, who raced in Formula One. Well, he was a Formula One team owner with Fittipaldi, or with Emerson. And I think that was it for all of them are freaking race car drivers, let's be honest. Like, Christian Fittipaldi raced in NASCAR, Formula One, Champ Car.
I will...
yeah.
I will rest on my laurels, and I will not get the British one. Because British does not feel specific enough. Like, Brazilian was like, okay, I could go somewhere with this.
Let's see. What other hints can I give it? I really want you to get this. And it's sad that you haven't watched Rush, because that was...
Yeah, that's gonna... I think that's gonna do me in, because
he was also a commentator. Actually, I don't know if this is gonna be it. He was a commentator, and he was a really funny commentator. He said some outlandish shit.
But would I ever have seen something he's commentated?
That's a good question.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
Does James Hunt ring a bell?
Not in the slightest.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh my god.
No.
Really? That's crazy. He's the one that I easily would have gotten, because the movie Rush is about James Hunt and Niki Lauda. Would it help if I said he beat up a reporter after Niki Lauda burned his face?
Also, no.
Accident?
I
Really?
would not. I don't think there is a chance I would have been able to. If the closest I would get is familiar with the concept of him, but I would not have been able to pull a name out of anywhere.
Yeah, so Hunt was nicknamed the Shunt.
Okay, that would have helped, but that's because it's his name.
Yeah. He is a world champion in 1976, proceeded to retire afterward.
Because the story sounded vaguely familiar, of like finally get one retire. Although that's also Nico Rosberg, but
yeah.
That name I would never have pulled it, which is really a shame.
Yeah, he was damn good. But yeah, in the movie, Niki Lauda, a reporter asked Niki Lauda, is your wife okay with you having that face you have after he burned it in the accident at the Nürburgring or something along those lines? It was really just rude. It was a rude comment that the reporter said, and James Hunt pulls that man into the closet or the bathroom or whatever the hell it was and started beating the shit out of him.
Damn.
Yeah. But that is it for games and limited games, but no games. Make sure to turn back next week for more games and limited games and no games and motorsports content. At some point during the off season, I will make sure that Jack and I watch Rush together, and we will produce a review. I also really want to watch more racing movies. So, Jack, you were going to be my guinea pig.
Oh boy.
I've already watched not Tropic Thunder, Days of Thunder. And Days of Thunder. That's the one with Tom Cruise?
Gotta watch what is it, Talladega Nights?
Talladega Nights. That's a banger. No. I have never watched it, but I've seen so many clips of it. I really want to watch that one. But Days of Thunder with Tom Cruise is a banger.
Bad for the sport.
No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. Don't lie. Don't lie. Don't. You're lying. It's amazing with the sport.
It is both a product of its time in a very painful way, and it's horrible for NASCAR stereotypes. It is still funny. I will give it that.
Gran Turismo, I've seen, but I'm so willing to watch again and give a review on. Ford v Ferrari, I'm willing to watch again.
The newish Gran Turismo movie?
Yes.
The line is not optimal.
The line is not optimal. Yes, I love that movie.
I haven't seen it, but I've seen like trailers.
Okay, and then we'll watch the entire Fast and Furious saga. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my!
I'm kidding. I
have seen those.
I have sadly seen those as well.
If we do that, I will be listening to the Tokyo Drift song the entire time on repeat. I will not be listening to a minute of dialogue. I don't need to hear about family.
Yeah. We can also do Cars.
Cars.
We can also do Cars 2 and Cars 3.
Cars.
We have to do Days of Thunder because there's apparently one coming out soon with Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise is, for some reason, he wants to remake every old movie he made in the 80s and 90s. That is one of them. And then, like, other ones, obviously Talladega Nights. There's a good amount of Speed Racer is a good one I've heard from 2008. There's a lot of really good racing movies out there.
Is that the one that I had a little toy car from?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, it is. Yeah. I had one too. But, like, also we could do, like, I don't know, like, freaking, we can watch Drive to Survive and give our review on the early seasons of Drive to Survive. Like, you know?
Back when it was watchable.
Okay. I still haven't watched a single bit. I watched, like, half an episode and just stopped watching. I couldn't be asked. I like the concept. It's just I cannot sit down and watch that much by myself. And I was watching it by myself because my dad and my sister have already watched it, and I'm like, I cannot do this.
The first season, honestly, peak television. Second season, third season, pretty good. After that, you can tell everyone involved is just tired of it.
All I remember is, like, Haas having a double DNF race because they forgot to screw on the tires. That did happen, by the way.
Gunther Steiner.
I love Gunther. Gunther is arguably my favorite team principal. Ever.
I don't know, man. Uthmar was
Uthmar was a good one.
character.
They gave up on Uthmar too early. They couldn't see the vision Utmar had.
They didn't see the vision.
This
And now
is the
look at
vision.
them. Now look at them.
Dead freaking last. Dog water car. Shitty team lineup. Except for Pierre Gasly.
Flavio Briatore, I'm so sure.
Bro, they're gonna pull the same shit he did. Why wasn't he just banned for life? Why did he get reinstated?
Bring back Utmar. Bring back the yellow Renault car. We don't need Alpine.
Exactly. We don't want Alpine. We want Renault. But make it pink Renault.
Renault.
Not the yellow shit. Make it fully pink and make it Renault. Anyway, thank you for watching. Half that ending is gonna be cut out in post. No. But thank you guys for watching. Have an amazing day. Jack, final thoughts on just anything, really. Literally anything. Are the Giants winning the Super Bowl?
Nationwide school walkout in honor of Utmar Safnauer tomorrow at 11 a.m.
I'll do it. I have no class. I'll do it.
Bring back Utmar.
Bring back Utmar. The 49ers are winning the Super Bowl. Peace. Ooh.